Happy Friday from the East Coast of New York. We are Nadlan. We're giving you updates daily about the real estate market in the US and updates from entrepreneurs in real estate so you can become one yourself. And today we have post number 5 from Amir Ben Bassat about sales and some real estate news. So let's get to it. All right. So Biden have a new plan, seek to stop 1031 exchange. Whoever doesn't know what is a 1031 exchange. So basically an investor, let's say he sells a property for $1 million. He can defer the taxes, not pay the taxes on selling that property if he buys a property with a higher value. There are all kinds of regulations about it, like a limitation about the time that he finds the other property. But basically, let's see, to stop 1031 exchange for property starting at $500K and up. This could achieve the opposite results, where large investors holding tens of hundreds of millions of dollars in multifamily portfolio will sell and compete in the market with first apartment buyers in properties up to $500K. So what does it mean? So basically, any sale, any value above $500K, you wouldn't be able to do the 1031 exchange. So what might happen, all of these big real estate companies like BlackRock that buys everything, instead of going on the higher price properties, now they will compete on the same properties that regular buyers are buying, single family houses, duplexes, and basically they have much higher risk tolerance, because if the market drops 100,000, they can they're not going to be destroyed like a regular person that buying such a property. So they would bid, and we're already seeing it in the market, that you have external foreign investors that are just buying cash, from China, from other countries, that are just offering cash way more than the asking price. And this might make this all worse. So the US president wants to cut back a tax break that allows investors to keep buying and selling properties without paying capital gains. All right, let's see what else. My investor's flip is expected to be sold. He has not yet received an EIN for the LLC and therefore also cannot open a bank account. The title insists of transferring only to the account in the name of the LLC. Anyone have a creative solution? All right, so let's see the answers for that. All right, and you can go daily to our website and to our Facebook groups and social groups and consult and learn from others. Oh, darling, I really do not understand. You should be proud that the title company is not willing to distort laws. All right, ask for a check instead of wire, and that will give enough time to open an account. Can you make a quit claim? What does the LLC own? Who is the title? If your LLC is the manager of the LLC of the transaction, then you can write in that the money from the sale goes to your account. All right, let's go to the next one. Can anyone help me with taxes in Florida? All right, so any accountant out there in Florida, you're more than welcome to contact that member. Need an attorney who works in the Cleveland area, same thing. Hi friends, requesting a recommendation for an insurance company in Kansas City, same thing. Hi friends, looking for a recommendation for an agent in Columbus, Ohio. All right, so we have some investors from Morocco coming to our platform, to our website. So this is kind of funny. We work in the US, but it's nice to see the global reach that we have. All right, we just one amazing video beating the brain of the couple to... All right, so this is a motivational video. Stop haggling over the price. Number one, look at the value of the product, not the price. Embrace symbolism for everything else in life. Go with all your might and invest in what is needed in life. The price does not matter. Number two, change of identity. Change our thermostat. Just like at home, we will set a temperature, and no matter what goes outside, the air condition will maintain the temperature. Even if it gets hot outside, it will cool down. Even if it gets cold outside, it will heat up. The same thing in our lives. If we raise our standards, if we raise our personality, no matter how cold our environment and life will be, we will stay warm. If we stay cold on the inside, no matter how hot our lives become, we will stay cold. All right, so basically it's adjusting to whatever happens in our life. Try to stay calm and just go with the flow. Long-term change of our thermostat by changing our environment and the people we hang out with. Significant major changes occur at specific times after facing a challenge, after experiencing an acute success. We experience that we can face it now, and now is small on us in consciousness. After such experiences, we will never be as we were before. Number three, do not allow anything to buy our desire to succeed, to lower our desire to succeed. Not to get into a situation where if come get some amount and go rest all of the rest of life. To be in the consciousness of no matter what, success or failure, it is not possible to buy our deep desire to win and move forward to the next challenges. Number four, always give all of us not to get into a situation where after an activity we tell ourselves, I could give more or do better. The remorse for this is enormous. Come in advance to any activity in the readiness and understanding that we are going to give everything, that we will not live with any regret for anything we did because we honestly did our best. I take this approach for everything that I do. I'm doing my best, 200%, and if eventually it didn't work out, at least I know that I did everything that I could to make it happen. Number five, invest in ourselves. Always keep investing in ourselves, even if we succeed in our doing, and for example, the business we have established will prosper, but our mind and consciousness will not prosper. We will make unconscious decision aimed at thwarting the prosperity of our doing. Our success in everything we do in life is a mirror image of our inner abilities and of how much we believe and see ourselves succeeding. Invest in doing, but do not forget to stop from time to time to cut down trees and also sharpen our axe and invest in ourselves as well. And the last one, number six, maximize ourselves to max out your life. You can die, get to meet our own characters according to what we could be. Hell will be that we are not close in our lives to this character. The paradise is that character is our shadow, and in a big way. Pleasant viewing. All right, so this is the video. Are you ready to become the best version of you in 2020? Time for transformation. So you have the link to the video right in this post. All right, so you can view it later in your spare time. And now we're going to get into the post of the day after this short break. All right, guys, we are back, and we have post number 5 from Amir Ben Bassat about sales. So let's see what it's all about. Everyone knows that I'm sick of sales. Ever since I can remember, I love the idea of selling. I think the first physical product I sold was explosives from a comedy store pencil case with quotes by Jojo Halestra. Okay, he's a comedian in Israel. However, the business closed faster than expected when the principal, Sarit, realized that a third grade child had opened a branch of the Pinchas Nefatzim branch of the Mahniuda market on the steps to the shelter. Since selling endless products and services, I've accumulated thousands of sales hours and developed special methods that have helped me take the field of sales to another level. So I think that there was a mistake in the post here. Amir actually do like sales and not sick of sales. It doesn't matter if you think you are good at sales or really bad at it. It does not matter if you hate it or love it. In my not very long life, I've yet to meet one who does not need this skill. You do not have to be a salesman to find yourself having to sell something. We sell ourselves every day in front of other people. We sell the children the shower in the evening or the getting ready for kindergarten or school in the morning. We sell to our boss what we deserve a raise, and we sell to the seller when we want to get a good price. In real estate, the essence of sales can be summed up in one sentence. Whoever understands it and knows how to act in accordance with $1 million skill purchase. People make decisions because of how we make them feel. Only after that do they give themselves a logical explanation for the decision. Now, everything is good and beautiful, but in order to understand this sentence in depth, you need to experiment. There's no way I will be able to convey in one post or even a week of post the approach, ideas, and methods that I have developed and adopted over the years, but I would love to try to distill them into 6 main points that must be met in every sale persuasion process. So let's start. Authority. Number 1. When we go to the doctor, we do not bargain. We tell him what our problem is, where it hurts us. If the doctor prescribes us antibiotics, in most cases, an artist is told, is the authority in the room. So basically, we go to the doctor and he's the authority. He tells us to take antibiotics, we take it. We came up with a problem, even if there is the solution. This is also how we should see ourselves when we sell. The client has a problem, pain, and he contacted us so that we could solve the problem for him. This is the starting point from which to start the sales process. In case you need to convince the customer, you have lost the sale. So basically, what Amir is saying, you don't need to convince the customer. You are the authority. He comes to you because he needs that solution, and you are the one that's going to give them that solution. Likability. There are those who would call it a report. I personally have not yet found a word in Hebrew that will describe it accurately. Bottom line, people will do business with people they love. A customer needs to feel comfortable next to us. I like to see salespeople play it interested and flattered with the thought that it will make the other side like them and produce a report. Regret. Customers are not dumb and they smell it from miles away. I do not say not to compliment or take an interest in the customer, but it must be from an honest and genuine place. So how do you do that? Easy. Expose and share. Tell the customer something personal and better about your weaknesses, especially if the other party has revealed and shared, but does not have to wait for him. People really appreciate it. In many cases, it will make them develop towards you and produce a lot of very positive emotions toward you, which leads me to the next point. Trust. There's no way to generate trust, but combining the 2 previous points I mentioned, the best way is to be professional and show that we are in control of things. show that we know all the details, we have a lot of experience, and we have been doing it for a long time. What if we do not have one? Fake it until you make it. Scarcity loss. One of the points I like and use the most: do not be afraid to take the deal from the customer. Until you overcome the fear of losing your business, you will not be able to break into the next step. The customer needs to understand that he has a one-time opportunity that will never be repeated. Not only will she not repeat herself, someone else is going to take her in that place. Imagine for a second you were transposed into the karmic-driven world of Earl. Imagine for a second you were transposed into the karmic-driven world of Earl. I'm going and I'm not coming back. I have a cold and sweet almond magnum in the cooler, and if you do not take it now, you will continue to sweat here in the sand and get angry at yourself for the next hour on how not you didn't take that magnum. Now try to imagine the popsicle seller shouting, "Last magnum." Magnum is a popsicle in Israel, like an ice cream. Who wants the last one? Crown chairs are starting to fly in the air. The same thing should be on sale. We must delineate our offer in time and quantity, explain the existing opportunity and the risk of losing the offer if the customer does not take and make a decision. All right, the next point, social proof. Let's continue with the popsicle seller. I am a simple business owner. Wait for us to start talking about falafel. Imagine the same popsicle seller. He's still yelling, I'm going, I'm leaving, but we are strong, we are on a diet, we are not willing to pay an exorbitant price for a magnum or any other reason we currently have and prevents us from taking out the wallet and raising our hand. But imagine for a moment that the couple sitting next to us called Mr. Friend and took 2 almond magnums. And right after that, a family from the other side bought some more cold and sweet popsicles. You're already beginning to feel the taste of the magnum. Suddenly, it is much harder to resist the temptation to raise your hand a moment before the friend goes to us and we never see him. Same thing in the sale process. Not just any service providers takes care to give us videos of satisfied customers, heroic stories, and recommendation. It works. We want to know that we are not alone. There are other people who have had the same problem and it has been resolved. And most of all, we want to see evidence. 6. Last point, and in my opinion, the most important and effective. We will take you to the next level, but requires a mindset change from the root. Ready? Commitment. People are terribly afraid to accept no. I really like to get no. I would just love it to be at the beginning. Most of the salespeople I know give lectures, answer questions, provide materials, presentation, and brochures. They accept with understanding that the client will think about it, only so that the next day he disappears into a witness protection program at worst, or at the best he will be polite enough to say thank you very much for our time, but he decided to go another way. Wouldn't it be a shame for the effort? No pity for the frustration? Sales is one of the most lucrative areas that exist, but also one of the most difficult areas for success to exist. We have to deal with the word no on a daily basis. There are those who believe in the law of large numbers. You knocked on 100 doors and were told no, go knock on another 100 doors. How long do you think it is possible to continue like this? Hint, not much, which is why so many salespeople break down. So what do you say? Easy. Ask for a commitment at the beginning. How come they didn't think of it before? Now, I'm sure whoever really invested and read so far is saying, Amir, everything is good and beautiful, but it is impossible to make a person give a commitment right from the start when he does not even know what is he committing to. So this is indeed possible. Wondering why the weird guy in the picture of this week's entrepreneur has an hourglass in his hand? So it's a 3-minute hourglass, and it's the time it takes me to figure out who is in front of me, understand what his level of seriousness is, and get a commitment from him. Alternatively, I will find out the real reason why we are not going to do business together and what needs to happen for it to be done. Example: client, hi Amir, I heard that you are making a great investment in Ohio and that you are dealing with rent to own. I've been looking for an investment for a long time and I really liked what you wrote this week's entrepreneur. Regular salesman, yes, thanks for the reference. I have been in the field for years. Do this and that, invest in this and that, give all the services, 360 degrees, one-stop shop, from to yada yada yada. I will be happy to answer any question you may have so that you may agree to do business with me whenever it is convenient for you. Hocus pocus, an hour later. Me, thank you very much for turning very pleasant. So I understand that you've been looking for an investment for a long time and have not invested yet. Customer, no. Me, you sound like a serious person who cares about his future. What's stopping you? Not much simpler to ask. Client, my wife does not allow me. I'm afraid to pull the trigger. Everyone is a fraud, a liar, and a thief. Me, and you're looking for something specific. What's the point? What's the point? I want to make money. Now, in less than 2 minutes call, we understand what the problem is and why the customer has not yet bought, invested without specifying anything. Me. So just so I can understand, in case we find what you're looking for, you already told us exactly what. Can we make a deal today? Customer, I do not sign a deal today. I do not know you yet. I want to check and know and smell and try. Me, I totally understand you, and I probably would have behaved the same way if I were in your shoes. What things do you need to check in order to decide if the deal is right for you or not? Client, I need to check A, B, C, D. Me, great. I must understand why I'm great. I must you understand why I'm asked. The good deals that come to me are snatched away immediately, and there is not too much time to decide, which is completely true. I sell a good deal within 24 to 48 hours. So I ask again, if I present to you a deal that meets all of the requirements we have talked about, and after you checked A, B, C, and D, and verify that everything is correct and proper, can you sign me a contract and transfer money to the title company? Client, yes, but I will only be released with a study fund in May next year. Now we know what the real reason is why he's not invested until now. Me, so why are we talking today? Client, just checking and investigating, passing a schedule. Me, so let's close. I'm picking you up for May next year to see if we can make money together. In the meantime, let me send you a small gift. What's your email? Customer, we closed. As you understand, it is an imaginary but completely real conversation. No one sells a product, service that does not experience such cases on a regular basis. If I was like everyone else, I would have already told him about me and the business and how good I am and how much I can help him and how much he can earn with me and what a professional I am and why he should only work with me. But because I'm not like everyone else, I'm not afraid to ask questions, sometimes difficult and unpleasant questions. I've already received quite a few courses and disconnections from customers. Time is our most precious resource, so it is important that we know how to use it wisely. I'm not saying not to be nice to people who approach you even if they are irrelevant. On the contrary, give them even a small gift just before you send them on their way and move on to a relevant customer. Let's see how we make money today and not in May next year. All the points we have talked about are universal and anyone can customize them according to their business. Good luck to everyone. All right, so we have a popsicle ice cream seller here saying I'm going, which is kind of like in the story, last one. And this was an exciting post from Amir. And thank you very much for that. We learned a lot, and we're going to see everyone tomorrow.